Welcome back. What is this, MMA calculator?
I think it did Attic MMA.
Oh, MMA Attic. Get in our attic.
Welcome back. We're here with our promised and much anticipated prediction model update video. A couple of weeks ago, there were no major promotion fight cards, and we used that time to do another deep dive into the prediction model and see where we can find potential improvements. In our last testing and upgrade video, we were able to test our strategies and methods against 7 UFC cards. Our highest priority for the next testing phase was to have more cards available to test our betting methods against, and we have increased that number from 7 all the way up to 25. Next, we are adding new data to the database each week, and with that, we are always looking for ways to better utilize the thousands of data points we have available. One utilization we have been waiting to test out is weight classes. There are many reasons why this could improve our predictions, with the most obvious being how much do heavyweights and women's strawweights really have in common. We use that same logic for every weight class and created a range of weight classes to use when predicting fights. Lastly, we again test our current method of betting model favorites with a negative 0.2 or greater expected value. This we tested against betting all model favorites. If you've seen either of our last two prediction videos, you'll know that there was a large discrepancy between these two methods, but we will get into that more later in this video. Our first test was just creating a baseline. Since we expanded the betting data set from 7 to 25 cards, we wanted to take our current betting method and see what our profitability would look like over a longer period of time. Unfortunately, this was not profitable and shows that we would have sustained a 5% loss overall. This leads us to believe that our last betting test could have given us a false positive because of the limited number of cards we ran the data against. Regardless, we push on. Once we add in weight classes, you can see the model does tighten up a little bit as the amount we wager goes down, but we are still looking at nearly a 2% loss. With our baseline set so low, hopefully we can only go up from here. Our next change was to test our method of choosing fights to bet on. Instead of using expected value as our key indicator, we're only going to look at if the model has the fighter as the favorite to win. The first thing to take note of is that our units risk have just about tripled. The two causes of this are we are betting every fight on each card and betting many more book favorites. Without weight class distinctions in the prediction model, we are still holding a 1% loss. Once we add in weight classes, we are finally back into the black, but at 0.1%, this is hardly anything worth getting excited over. Let's dig a little deeper into the function of the computer model and see if we can improve our winning chances. The model trains with the information in the database for dozens of iterations. Each of those iterations are assigned an accuracy score when compared to the actual results of the fights. The results are then sorted based on those scores. In the past, we have selected the top scores from each training session and used those to predict the upcoming fights each week. We then take those predictions and average them together to get a % chance of victory for each fighter. We knew that there was the possibility that we were overfitting the model by using only the highest accuracy scores, so our next idea was to take the middle accuracy scores and average those instead. Starting with our current betting strategy and not including weight classes, you can see our overall wagers are right back around 200 units risked on 25 cards. Unfortunately, even with the less risk, we are still on pace to lose 5% of our bankroll. Once we add weight classes back in, we are finally getting close to an edge worth pursuing. It's a meager profit of 2.5%, but a profit nonetheless. Finally, we combine the new middle accuracy scores of the prediction model along with the betting method of placing wagers on all model favorites, hoping that we could get a little more than a 2.5% return. Taking a look at the results without weight classes, and this is by far the most risk with over 700 units wagered, and we're still not looking good with just over a 0.5% loss overall. While we could turn our bankroll over a bunch of times with a strategy like this, we are not here just for fun. We are here to beat the bookies and turn a profit. Once again, when we add back our weight class groupings to the prediction model, we are finally getting some decent results. We would have risked 699 units and returned over 727 units for an overall profit of 4%. This also puts us at nearly 63% correct fight predictions, which is a little lower than we like, but still in the acceptable range. In conclusion, we tested our prior betting methods using more historical cards to test our profitability. We found that our current method was not looking too promising, and this gave us the opportunity to add in weight class distinctions to hopefully tighten up our model. This worked remarkably well and showed to be a significant improvement in every test. We were still looking for any improvement we could get, so we turned to the model itself and reevaluated how we were calculating and applying the accuracy score. This once again proved to be beneficial. Don't worry, because we are not done yet and already have changes we are testing out to improve the model further. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for our next update video along with our weekly predictions and recaps.